Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Back with another video. I'm just laying here until I'm really ready to get up and go in there and make the breakfast for the day. In the meanwhile, I figure while I'm laying here thinking about what type of content I want to do, I may as well go ahead and make my first long form video of the day. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. Hope your work week, school week, or whatever you did this past week went well. Hope everybody in your family is doing well mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I said, let me go ahead and let's let them know what's going on real quick, right? So, the plan is still the plan. As far as I know, I haven't heard that, we can't come. And I'm hoping and praying that it won't be no last minute shenanigans like that. Not that it would be their fault, but sometimes you get ready to do things and you preparing to do them and you start to do them and then something happens, you can't do it. But so far as I know, Thursday is still the day. But I will, of course, I'm going to confirm to make sure we're on the same page. And hopefully I'll be able to fit all my stuff in there. The plan is for them to arrive here no later than 7 in the morning, like arrive. So that means they have to leave by 5 a.m. in order to get here within an hour and a half, 2 hours. And hoping that it don't take no more than maybe 30 minutes tops to load this stuff because all of us can help do it. It'll be 3 of us adults and Malachi and Carter. They can help as well. And I figure out 30 minutes. Now, once we get it loaded, they're going to wait until my Uber comes so we can get in the Uber to go to the train station because none of us could fit in the van with all the stuff, right? And I plan on telling Mister 2 days before, remember? In my last video, I said, yeah, I'll probably tell them like 2 days before, the night before at the latest, that they coming in the morning. But I had changed my mind, right? And the reason why I changed my mind is because he said that he was going to work this Monday coming up, right? Like he had went to the doctor and he got whatever tests and they said this and this is what's going on and this is what they might have to do. But in the meanwhile, if I keep this thing on my leg, I can go back to work. Okay? I'm like, okay, that's this Monday, and that means that this Thursday we'll be leaving and he'll be at work. But if you tell him, he's going to find a reason to call off work. He's going to try to tell them folks that either he's sick again or something in the house is going on. And what really been blowing my mind for years, not just with this job, but for years, when it comes to his work, he will always do that. He will start a job brand new, fresh, and it won't be 2 weeks later he'll be taking out to my he got sick time already. He been saying that fucking lie since I've been knowing him. As far as since I reconnected with him in 2016. How you got a brand new job and you got sick time already? You think I'm stupid like I don't know how the fuck jobs work? Y'all get in the comments, tell me you start a job and not even 2 or 3 weeks later, you can take off a whole week with pay. But anyway, now I've changed my mind again, right? I'm not sure because I'm thinking he's going to be at work Monday, right? He going to work Monday. He ain't going to be here Thursday. He going to be doing his regular routine. He'll find out when he get home. I'll text him. I got everything out and, you know what I'm saying? Everything I could take, at least most important stuff. And I'll just let him know then. But now, why I go to the door, somebody knocked on the door, it's the mail lady, certified letter, right? And when I seen who it was from, and then I realized that's where he worked, because remember I had to go downtown to take care of some paperwork for the kids. That's where he worked. I didn't know that until I got back and we started talking about it. And he was like, dude, that's you went to my job. I didn't know he worked there. But anyway, it said the circuit clerk. And I'm like, he told me he worked there. Because if it wasn't for that, if I had never mentioned it and I never found out he worked there, and I signed for that certified letter for him, I would have just thought it was just some business or whatever he had going on. Maybe some court shit or, somebody suing him. I don't know, trying to get money from him. I wouldn't have thought it was his job. But since we had that conversation, I knew that was from the job, right? So I signed for it, and I go knock on this door and give it to him. I said, this your job. They just fired you, right? being facetious. All the while, I'm dead ass serious because I'm knowing you ain't been to work since Hector was a pup. And he wants me to believe that since he's a veteran, he can just do anything. He been using that line too. It's either I got sick time already, I gotta use it before I lose it, or I'm a veteran. They don't give a fuck about you being no goddamn veteran. That only go so far. You got so many perks when they come. They don't have to hire you and keep you on because you're a veteran. Either you can fulfill the job description without no problems, where they can accommodate you, but not like, every time you need to take off every other week, you taking off 2 weeks. And that's what you've been doing on this job. So, next thing I know, I hear him on the phone. Like 20 minutes later, he get on the phone. And his voice kind of strained. I can't really hear what he's saying, but I could tell it's business. So evidently, that letter he called and whatever. So then he goes to the store. He goes to the store not long after the phone call. I said, here's my chance to go in the room and look at that letter. And I did. And child, I opened it up. I knew I didn't want to tell. I knew he had just left. Wasn't no way he gonna come back that fast. But I took a picture of it and I decided to zoom in and read it. And just like I thought, it wasn't necessarily firing him, but what they were saying was that he wasn't approved for that time off. He didn't send in the proper whatever paperwork, and plus, they also said you didn't qualify because you have not been on the job for 12 months for that type of leave. Only type of leave he could take is probably like 3-4 days off, and then you get a doctor's statement, you go back to work. He been off for weeks, like a paid family like emergency, when you or your family member, immediate family, wife, kids are sick, and he didn't qualify for that. So at the bottom, I remember it saying something about you have until such a day to turn in whatever. I don't know what it was really saying, but to me, if he don't qualify, I don't know if they gonna just let him come back or he fired. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I know one thing: if he don't go to work come this Monday, because he could turn around. If I bring it up, he might be like, oh, I just need to get on this paperwork. I'm going to fax it to him on Monday. I'm going to take it in when I go Monday. It's going to be okay. He might say that. And that's what I hope and pray will happen, because he do need that job. Because the little money he get from the VA ain't about shit. You hear me? He can't pay shit but a cell phone bill and get a couple of groceries and some beer. That mean like he might have enough money to get beer for a week after he pays his cell phone bill or whatever. And once I leave, I don't know, he might get mad enough to cut the phone off on me. I don't know. I don't think he's going to write off, do it. He'll try to see, so he can communicate. He don't want to communicate on some level, at least for a minute. Who knows? Maybe he'll get over it in a day or two. Maybe he'll be happy and have somebody up in there. I don't know. But so now I'm back at square one, like, okay, 9 times out of 10, he ain't going. I don't think he going. So that means he going to see me leaving. So I'm going to have to prepare him at least the day before. I don't have to. I don't have to do a goddamn thing. He can find out the day that they walk in this motherfucker and start taking shit out. At the end of the day, And by him having a funky attitude, getting mad because the kids left the fucking light on. The corner light. That same other video I told y'all about? And I said he had on the light. Your front room, you shut everything off if you want to bed. But you keep that one little, like, bright light so you can see if you need to get up and go get something. That's the light. And he said, don't do dumb shit. He mumbled some shit. And I said, I need that light on. He didn't know I ordered something. But still, you want to have a fucking attitude, but you the same one who turned around and said the kids don't get on your nerve when you found out I'm possibly leaving at the end of the month. You fake and phony. That's why I be telling y'all, he'll sit there and say one thing to me, and then anybody ever listen, he go around and saying the opposite. So that right there, I don't know why he thought he could mumble and I wasn't going to hear that shit. He was going in the bathroom. Oh, stupid shit. Stupid shit is you leaving all that shit on the fucking basement every day, all day. All them fucking lights and plugged up this and plugged up that and leave it on and sometimes blast it. But anyway, y'all, that's the latest update. Y'all watch out for my content for the day. And I'm going to go live on some random-ish. See y'all later.